Before 2026 begins, I want you to slow down, not to plan, not to get excited, not to pretend this year will be different just because the number changes. I want you to reflect honestly, because years don't change people, decisions do. And most people don't lack dreams. They lack the courage to change their daily behavior. If you enter 2026 carrying the same habits, the same mindset, and the same comfort zone, then no matter how fast the year passes, your life will remain exactly where it is. Real change doesn't come from motivation, hype, or excitement. It comes from quiet promises you make to yourself and the pain of actually keeping them. The first promise you must make before entering 2026 is that you will stop waiting for motivation. Motivation is unstable, emotional, and unreliable. Some days it shows up. Most days it disappears without warning. And if you only work when you feel motivated, you'll spend most of your life preparing instead of progressing. In 2026, action has to come before emotion. You will move even when you're tired, even when your mind tells you to rest, even when confidence is missing, even if the effort is small, even if it feels pointless at first. Because discipline built through repetition will always defeat motivation built on feelings. The second promise is that you will start respecting your body like it actually matters. Because it does. Your body is not just about appearance or aesthetics. It's your energy, your focus, your patience, your emotional control. When you constantly ignore sleep, eat mindlessly, and avoid movement, you slowly weaken your ability to stay consistent in anything. You don't need perfection, but you do need intention. In 2026, you will stop normalizing exhaustion. You will stop abusing your body and expecting mental strength in return. A disciplined body builds a disciplined mind, and without that foundation, everything else collapses. The third promise you need to make is that you will choose long-term growth over short-term comfort. Comfort feels harmless, but it is one of the most dangerous traps. It whispers that you deserve rest before effort, pleasure before progress, tomorrow instead of today. Growth, on the other hand, demands discomfort. It demands sacrifice. It demands that you walk paths that feel lonely and unfamiliar. In 2026, when you're faced with the choice between what's easy and what helps you grow, you will choose growth, even when it feels uncomfortable, even when it isolates you, even when nobody understands your discipline. Because comfort gives temporary relief, but growth gives permanent self-respect. The fourth promise is the one most people avoid, because it removes excuses. You will take full responsibility for your life, not your parents, not your past, not your circumstances. You. Blame feels good in the moment, but it steals your power. Responsibility feels heavy, but it gives you control. The moment you stop asking, "Why did this happen to me?" and start asking, "What am I going to do about this?" everything changes. In 2026, you will respond to problems with action, not complaints. Because ownership is the moment you stop being a victim and start becoming a builder. The fifth promise is that you will start building skills, not just holding on to dreams. Dreams without skills are just imagination. They feel good, but they don't change your life. In 2026, learning must become non-negotiable. Every day, you will invest time into becoming more capable, more valuable, more independent. Skills create confidence. Skills create options. Skills create freedom. You don't need to master everything, but you do need consistency. 30 focused minutes every day can quietly separate you from everyone who keeps saying they'll start someday. The sixth promise you must make is to protect your mind aggressively. Your mind is constantly being shaped by what you consume: content, conversations, comparison, and noise. Endless scrolling, negativity, and distraction slowly destroy belief and focus without you even noticing. In 2026, you will become intentional. You will reduce mental clutter. You will stop feeding insecurity. You will replace chaos with silence and discipline. Because once your thoughts are controlled, your direction becomes clear, and most people lose their future in their own mind before they ever fail in real life. The final promise is the hardest one, and the most important. You will show up even when nobody is watching, even when nobody claps, even when results are slow, invisible, and discouraging. This is where most people quit. They don't quit loudly, they quit quietly, slowly convincing themselves it wasn't meant for them. But this is where real transformation happens. In silence, in repetition, in days that feel ordinary and unrewarding. In 2026, you will not quit on yourself just because it's hard or lonely. Because the work you do when no one is watching is exactly what builds a future that can't be ignored later. As you step into 2026, don't promise yourself perfection. Promise yourself honesty. Promise yourself effort. Promise yourself growth. You don't need a new year to change, but if you're given one, don't waste it. Let 2026 be the year where you finally become someone you respect. Not because it was easy, but because you stayed loyal to the promises you made to yourself when nobody else was listening.